When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, and it's post-Easter, so it's selling season, boys. What's going on?
Morning, fellas.
Nothing. We're back. We've come back. We've resurrected. We're ready to go here in Q2.
We are. The weather has broke. Everyone is out there running around, selling homes, buying homes. It looks like it's going to be a positive spring season, and that's what we want to see.
Yeah. I mean, it was busy on Saturday night leading up to Easter, so everybody was trying to get their stuff done late. Hopefully we got some deals accepted. We start to see those come through, but there's certainly buyers out there right now hunting for homes. I know that.
And Anth, I just saw a stat the other day, and I don't, locally obviously it can be different, but I think nationally, average day on market is around 70 days right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely on there longer than people have expected over the past couple of years, but that's good for buyers,
And to be honest, I think buyers have shifted a little bit here, and we're going to talk about it. For a couple of years, obviously interest rates are important, but buyers were super interest rate driven, where now we've had a couple years of non-3% interest rates. So that's kind of gone away. And now buyers are looking, what else can I get in this transaction? What am I going to get out of this other than a home, right? They understand the sellers are selling probably for way more than they purchased. You don't hear too many sellers about complaining what they're netting on their sales. So they want to get something back. They want to feel special, right, Tom? Everyone wants to feel special, and there's really a good way to make a buyer feel special.
That's life, right? They're people. They're human beings. They're not robots. They're not AI. They want to feel something. They want to feel like they're being taken care of by the people helping them, which is the real estate agent, the lender, the title company. So how are we going to do that? How do we give back without just giving up money? Well, we could get it from the seller. And what is it? 44% of current deals are getting seller's assist or some type of assistance from the seller to help them pay for it. So if you're not in that 44%, you're in the 56%, let's talk. Let's figure out how you can be part of that 44 to have a better buyer and smoother buyer transaction.
And why that number is so high, and we'll throw it to Anthony here, is because lenders and buyers and agents are working better together than ever. They're not just getting seller assistance just to willy-nilly take it off the closing costs, right, Anth? If you want a lower interest rate, you can use those funds to buy down your rate. You can use those funds to fix up the house. It doesn't have to be strictly just for closing costs.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely many options they can use that money for, but it comes back to always affordability. They can buy out the PMI up front. They can buy down the interest rate. They can save money at closing. A lot of people do not know what to do after they buy the house and there's repairs, and that's what they're budgeting for. If they see a house, they're like, oh, well, this is probably going to need updated, or that's going to have to be updated. That's going to cost us X, Y, Z. Alleviating the concern at closing with lowering their overall bottom line is going to certainly help them become a better buyer and a comfortable buyer.
And we always hear this, always, even with experienced agents, is they think it's all or nothing with seller assistance. Hey, what's the max percentage? 3%? Okay, I'm going to ask for 3%. It doesn't. That is the max allowed, guys. It doesn't have to be a percentage. It can be any dollar amount underneath the max allowance. So you don't have to go in and ask for max seller assistance. I mean, you can start there. I don't hate that, but you don't have to. If it's, hey, the buyer wants X amount interest rate. Hey, Tom, Ryan, or Anthony, what's it going to cost to get that interest rate? Oh, it's going to cost $1,726. Okay, I'll ask for $1,726 in seller assistance to let the seller pay for the buyer's rate that they want to get. That is 100% allowed. And I know that might be a little confusing when you hear it, but that is what we can do behind the scenes if you guys work with us and get us the seller assistance. Unfortunately, I know Tom wishes he could, but he can't ask for the seller assistance in the offer. It has to come from you guys.
Yeah, I don't have any control over your sales agreement as a real estate agent. You know, I know the sales agreement pretty well, but we cannot dictate what is put on there. We are not licensed real estate professionals, so we stay in our lane and we help with the financing. That is the name of our game.
And Anth, I hear this a lot. Not like, hey, why did you go over seller assistance with the buyer? Do they need it? Do they need it? And it's like, well, what does that even mean, right? Like, it's they're allowed to ask for it. It's part of financing. Of course, we're going to go over their options with them.
Yeah, I mean, some stuff might not be too well liked, you know, if we go over it, but we don't care about that. Our job is to make sure that the buyer is going to be put in the best financial position with the options that we're providing. And one of those options is the guidelines for what they're allowed for seller's assist. But when we're looking at that seller's assist and what they can get, we're not just saying, hey, make sure you ask for 6% seller's assistance. We're showing them, hey, based on whatever you're going to offer, you can ask for up to 3 or 6% or whatever it may be. And if you get it, this is what we can do with that money to better serve you financially and make your overall monthly payments and funds for closing more affordable for you short-term and long-term. So that is our gig. You know, a lot of people wanted to get in our gig, but there's only a few people that are allowed to be in this gig, and you have to be licensed. So let's make it happen. Let's work together.
I mean, it's so true. It is absolutely so true. And we have to be there for our clients. And frankly, who needs it? Who doesn't need a couple extra $1,000 in their bank account? I don't care if you make $5 an hour or $500 an hour. Everyone likes to have more money in their bank account. And on the flip side, if you're having a listing that's sitting there, you're one of those listings that's been on the market for 70 days, stop only focusing on the purchase price and talk to one of us about offering some sort of seller concession to help the buyer and make them feel special.
Or talk to the buyer's agent of the buyer that just came in your house. I mean, you can't just sit on showing time and hope that, you know, you get a viewing and they put an offer in. We got to do something. We got to negotiate through it and make sure something moves forward. I mean, you can't just sit there and not talk to anybody in this business.
Customize that offer. What is that buyer looking for? Are they looking for the rate? Are they looking for lower closing costs? Are they looking for a quick closing? Like Tom said, communication, there's nothing better than it. Figure out what's going on with that specific buyer and make it work for the transaction. That is valuable information.
100%.
Solid.
So, I mean, all we're trying to tell you guys is buyers they're kind of shifting their focus. A lot of buyers are talking to us about seller assistance. And frankly, AI is going to make the first-time home buyer ask questions they've never asked before, because AI is going to give buyers a quick, easy, understandable overview that they're going to be using when they go through this process. It's becoming more and more normal. You used to Google something. Now you're going to use AI to figure something out. So the first-time home buyers may not fully understand what they're asking, but they're asking more intuitive questions now.
Yeah. You can't pull the wool over people's eyes.
Nope. So get that assistance. If you think it's not out there, 44% nationally, 4 out of 10 buyers are getting some sort of assistance. It's 100% out there. It's a very fair market. Even with all the craziness across the world, rates ticked up a little bit, but nothing crazy. So we have a very strong, fair market going into spring 2026. If you've been sitting on the fence, this is the year to go do it. good inventory, good offers. Call us if you need anything.
Good stuff. Happy Masters Week. Enjoy your trip, boys.
We will be off on Friday. We will be back in a week. Good luck to those golf fans, and everyone enjoy their vacation.
Say yes.
See ya.
Boys.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony.